Hi, there are many cars, but today I'm here to show you the luxury and history, in short, everything about Audi R8 V10. So put on seatbelt and let's go to the journey to know about this wonderful car. Let's talk about a brief history of Audi. Audi is one of the best-selling luxury automobile manufacturers in the world. However, the origins of the German brand are complex and colorful to say the least. A brief history of Audi. Audi is one of the best-selling luxury automobile manufacturers in the world. However, the origins of the German brand are complex and colorful to say the least. Behind the name of every car company, there's a story. Sometimes it's as simple as the name of the family who founded it. Bentley, for example, sometimes it's an acronym for a phrase people don't seem to remember. The story behind Audi, however, is that little bit more interesting. OSB takes a look at the rich history of the German brand in our Audi history. How did Audi get their name? Audi was technically founded way back in 1885 when the Wanderer company was established. Later became a branch of Audi. But it was in 1899 that August Horch established A. Horch and Cy in Cologne. Then went on to form the August Horch and C. Motorwagen Werke AG in 1904. However, this didn't last for very long and Horch left Motorwagen Werke in 1909, founding his own company August Horch Automobile Werke GmbH. You may have noticed that all these company names sound very similar, but his old company definitely did. They sued Horch for trademark infringement and the Supreme Court agreed. Horch then had to come up with a new name for his company. So, how did it get to Audi? Well, Horch in Latin is Audi, which means to listen, and thus Audi was born. In April 1910, Audi Automobile Werke GmbH Zwickau was officially created. From 1915, it was named Audi Werke AG Zwickau. Zwickau was of course where the company was located, which is in the state of Saxony. When did Audi start making cars? Audi, as we know, it launched their first car in 1910 and was the Audi Type A Sport Phaeton. Its successor, the Type B, was also launched that year. Both were successes, particularly in sporting events. Horch had led his team to 3 straight victories in the Austrian Alpine Run. It was in 1920 that Horch left Audi to take up a high position in the Ministry of Transport, but in his short time at the manufacturer, he had made the brand internationally known. Shortly after he left, Audi became the first German car brand to produce a car that was left-hand drive, the Audi Type K. This became dominant in 1920s due to the fact that it gave drivers a better view of oncoming traffic. This in turn made it easier and safer to overtake. The Audi R8 is a mid-engine, 2-seater sports car, which uses Audi's trademark Quattro Permanente all-wheel drive system. It was introduced by the German car manufacturer Audi AG in 2006. The car is developed and manufactured by Audi AG's private subsidiary company manufacturing high-performance automotive parts, Audi Sport GmbH, and is based on the Lamborghini Gallardo and presently Huracan platform. The fundamental construction of the R8 is based on the Audi space frame and uses an aluminum monocoque which is built using space frame principles. The car is built by Audi Sport GmbH as a newly renovated factory at Audi's aluminum site at Neckarsulm in Germany. It is also the first production car with full LED headlamps. The Audi R8 first appeared on the scene in 2007 and instantly became a class disruptor. Designed to rival the Porsche 911 and Aston Martin Vantage with a cutting-edge mid-engined aluminum platform and crisp naturally aspirated engines, the original R8 paired this technical brilliance with a level of quality and usability unusual for a supercar. But only one generation later, the R8 has a rather different image, one under the shadow of its threatened mortality. Why is its end near? Audi's investment in electrical powertrain tech, plus the constant need to weed out heavy polluters, even in a model range as diverse as Audi's, is forcing its hand. The current R8, itself a mild update of the second generation model first revealed in 2017, comes exclusively with a 5.2-liter V10 engine and dual clutch transmission, and is available in 2 forms, RWD Performance and V10 Performance Quattro, both of which are then available in further edition trims, which add in some specification additions. Amongst new generation rivals such as the brilliant new Maserati MC20, evergreen Porsche 911, and the Aston Martin Vantage, its unique cocktail of a high-revving naturally aspirated engine and friendly dominors still appeal. But is the R8 now a case of best get to while you still can? Or is this just natural selection that Audi has been shrewd enough to acknowledge? Engine, gearbox, and technical specs. A single 5.2-liter V10 engine is the jewel in the R8's crown that's perfectly matched to a sleek dual-clutch box. Performance and 0 to 60 mph time. It might lack turbos or an ocean liner-like torque figure, but the R8's performance is still electric. Ride and handling. Its weight figure is still a tad on the high side, but huge grip nuanced with the delicacy and adjustability make the R8 as sweet to drive as ever. MPG and running costs. Fuel consumption is not a strong point, but then long runs can squeeze over 25 mph, which realistically is about what a super saloon is able to achieve. Interior and tech. Lacking the wow factor of its predecessor maybe, but it's clean, well-built, and functional. Design. This is where the R8 falls down, as the second take on the original R8's innovative aesthetic is contrived and sometimes awkward. Prices, specs, and rivals. The R8 has just the one engine and transmission option available, but prices between the entry-level RWD and Performance Carbon Black Edition vary by nearly $34,000. The Performance RWD model is new to the R8 range for 2022 and combines a 563 bhp variant of the V10 engine with rear-wheel drive. Spec is higher than the early RWD models with Napa leather trim and Matrix LED headlights among the standard equipment list, but at $145,000, the price has grown to be on par with the Aston Martin Vantage and a decent chunk more than a 911 Carrera GTS, $160,000. Performance RWD Edition shares its technical specs but adds in a spread of carbon fiber components inside and out, 20-inch wheels, and an operated stereo to the spec sheet. R8 V10 was unveiled at the 2011 Guangzhou Auto Show. The R8 V10 Limited Edition is a limited production variant of the R8 V10 Coupe developed for the Chinese market with a limited production run of 30 units. Notable changes included a Nordic gold body color, front and rear air intakes, outlets, and lightweight tailpipes are in matte black. Front and rear slats and rear bumper partially in matte titanium gray. Front spoiler, flicks, side blades, exterior mirrors, a fixed rear wing, an enlarged rear diffuser in carbon matte, radiator grille surround, and bars in matte titanium gray. 19-inch wheels in 5 twin-spoke white design finished in titanium paint, an aluminum gear knob with limited edition number from 1 up to 30 without number 4, 14, and 24. Sports bucket seats in black Alcantara with contrasting stitching and piping in trim color, headlining in Alcantara with contrasting stitching, knee pad in shark black skin with contrast stitching, center console inlays and door trim inserts in body color, monoposto and door pulls use inlays and carbon matte. Doors and center console are in body color, instrument cluster with black dials, and R8 emblem. Door sill trims with aluminum insert and R8 logo, R-tronic transmission. Pros: handsome and edgy styling, practical despite being a supercar, comfortable and luxurious interior, excellent exhaust note, and cons: lack of advanced safety feature, limited cargo capacity, huge premium for the AWD model. The 2022 Audi R8 rivals the German trio Porsche 911 Carrera, Mercedes-Benz AMG GT, and BMW M8 Grand Coupe, the Japanese duo Nissan GT-R, and Acura NSX. It's almost universally assumed among car enthusiasts that the 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 engine from the original Audi R8 is actually a Lamborghini engine. That's because the Audi bought Lamborghini prior to the reveal of that engine, and Gallardo also had a V10 engine. However, this new video from JM breaks down the differences between the two cars' engines and why the 5.2-liter engine is actually an Audi engine. The Lamborghini Gallardo actually originally came with a 5.0-liter V10, but was then bumped to a 5.2-liter V10 after the R8 launched with it. Due to the timing and the fact that the Gallardo was the original V10 powered car, fans assumed that the Lamborghini just increased the 5.0 liters displacement and the engine was stuck in both cars. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. Audi's V10 engine in the R8 was actually developed by the Audi and built in Nerkasalem, making it an Audi engine. It was also designed after the Gallardo's 5.0-liter V10, so the two don't share a timeline. When the Gallardo updated to a 5.2-liter, it actually borrowed Audi's engine. The 5.0-liter V10 in the Gallardo also wasn't even kind of similar to the 5.2-liter V10 in the Audi R8. They had different pistons, connecting rods, rod pins, and rod bearings. They also had different crankshafts, a different firing order, different intake plenums, throttle bodies, and even cylinder heads. Audi's engine was also direct injected, while the Gallardo's was port injected. The only real similarity between the two was their cylinder count. Audi's engine is also a bit more reliable, easier to work on, and in some instances a bit cheaper to work on. The Lamborghini Gallardo is an awesome car, but there are a lot of things that need to be done to it if you're buying one secondhand, and that's even before something goes wrong. If it were our money, we'd take the Audi R8, but if you decided to grab a cheap Gallardo, which we couldn't blame you for doing, check out this video to see what you need to do. Also, you'll be able to school your friends at the bar about which engine is this. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to the latest luxury cars channel for more awesome videos like this.